I'm living my best life. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're gonna get drunk, but we're gonna do it in a way that doesn't involve drinking alcohol, which you get the best of both worlds. And the way we're gonna do that is through Three Spirit, and it is their social elixir. So Three Spirit has 3 different offerings on their website. The social elixir is the one that I grabbed because it is supposed to be the one that makes you get a little turned. That's what I'm about. They say that it takes about 3 drinks to get you feeling it. So that's what we're gonna do. But we're gonna also eat today with our drinks. That since it's a little bit sweet, it's a little bit sour, that it would pair really, really well with something like really fatty and rich. And of course, my mind went to bone marrow. Whose mind wouldn't go to bone marrow? The recipe that I'm pulling from is from when I traveled to London with Dave. We went to St. John restaurant. It was actually a restaurant that Anthony Bourdain had gone to when he went to London. So I figured, why not try to recreate one of the best things that I've ever had during one of the best meals I've ever had. I don't know about you, but when I travel, I want to go to the best restaurants. The person that I look towards for inspiration for that is Anthony Bourdain, and it always will be, because he always ate at the best places, and he always ate the craziest stuff, and that's what I like. So we are gonna pair the social elixir with some bone marrow today. I've never made it, and I've never made any of these drinks, so it's gonna be an adventure for all of us. So the Three Spirit is supposed to make you feel floaty and flirty, and they say that they do this because there's Damiana, which if you saw last week, that was in some of the curious elixirs we had. There's Damiana, there's Tulsi, and then there's cacao. So the combination of that is supposed to make you feel that floaty and flirty, happy, buzzed feeling with no hangover. And looking at the bottle here, there's also lion's mane mushroom. Oh, that was the only other thing. So great. So those 4 things are gonna make us feel awesome. Before we dive in to the cooking, I don't know if anyone else is like this, but if I'm cooking something and I know I'm gonna be having drinks with it, I need a drink to commence the cooking. I wanna put a disclaimer in this video just so you do know I am an affiliate of Three Spirit drinks. I just became one. I became one before I even tried it. I had a really good feeling that it was gonna be a good product. So if you watch this video and I inspire you to buy, there is a link below. Please use it. I will earn a small commission, and you can enjoy it just as much as I hopefully am going to. The first drink that we're gonna have today is a social summer cup. Now this was the reason, well, this was another reason why I got the social elixir, because one of the recipes suggested on the Three Spirit website was basically a Pim's cup. And if you've ever had a Pim's cup, you know it's refreshing, it's light, it has lots of fruit. You feel real good drinking it because you feel like you're getting vitamins from the fruit. So that's what we're gonna make first to get all this stuff ready and prepped for the bone marrow to go in the oven. Before we dive into the first drink, I do know that the oven does need to be set to 450, so I'm gonna get that preheating, and then we will dive in to the summer cup. And it's summer now, so I figured why not just get ourselves ready for a summer of drinking amazing mocktails. So I have that going. What we need to do for the summer cup is that we have to get some of our garnishes ready. So what I want to do is grab my knife. We're going to slice up thin slices of strawberry without cutting my finger off. And since I'm on the blood thinners, I have to be like extra careful. So every time I have to use a knife, it gets interesting. So we have some strawberries. We're also gonna do a couple slices of cucumber because it is nice and refreshing and hydrating. Just so excited to see how this makes me feel. So I'm gonna start putting some ice in this cup and then like layering the fruit around it. So the next thing we're gonna do, if you buy social elixir, since it has all of that stuff in it that I mentioned, the stuff that gives you the effects, you want to shake your bottle well because things will settle at the bottom. It's 2 ounces of the Three Spirit. Then you're gonna do, so this is some fresh squeezed lemon juice that I made because I need it for the recipe as well. So we're gonna just do a couple little teaspoons juice, and then we're gonna top it with, Three Spirit is a British company. It's gonna say to use lemonade, but since I lived in Ireland, I know that lemonade is meant to be sparkling if it's from a British recipe. So I bought Limonata San Pellegrino. So we're just gonna pour that over. So you do that until you fill your glass. Stir everything up. This looks so pretty. The combo of colors. Cheers. This is the social summer cup. Summer social cup. Either way, social cup of drink. Ooh, that's really tasty. I don't even know how to describe it. That's so weird. It is a taste I've never tasted before, so I don't know how to describe it. So you get the lemon, but it's not overpowering. You get the sweetness from the social elixir. I totally forgot. I had this mint here, sitting there, waiting for me to put it on top. Maybe it'll help me. Maybe it'll help me. So I'm gonna grab a little leaf. Remember, you always slap your aromatics. So it's like berry lemonade, sparkling berry lemonade. That is potentially gonna get you feeling good. Maybe a little cacao on that one, because it kind of finished a little chocolatey, which with what I've described so far probably sounds awful, but it's not, it's really good. First time I ever had a Pimm's cup, I was in New Orleans on a rooftop during Jazz Fest. So my goal with these next videos that I'll be doing is that I want to give us an opportunity to travel even though we cannot travel. So I want to do that through our taste buds. I almost want to be like your friend who is the love child of Samantha Brown and Anthony Bourdain. That would never happen. That would never happen. But that's who I'm trying to be, because I want have you explore different areas, different places, maybe places you've been, maybe places you haven't been, through your taste buds, because that's kind of all we have right now. That's why I chose to do the bone marrow, because it's something I had in London. The Pimm's cup, very, very London. This traveling through your taste buds thing sounds like something that you are hyped about just as much as I am. Please subscribe, please like this video, please comment where you want to travel, because this is something that intrigues you. If you want to travel through your taste buds and you have a place that you want to go, if you have a restaurant, if you have a country, if you have somewhere that you want to go, some dish that you want to have and you want me to tell you where it can transport you to, comment, tell me, I will find it. If it is a specific restaurant, I will find the recipe and I will find a drink. I have eaten and drank enough things in my life thus far that I'm pretty good at this. I'm pretty good at this. So please give me the challenge. I'd be happy to help, because I want us to all travel through our taste buds together. Make no bones about it. We got the bones. Luckily, I live in the city. Yesterday, I went to Strip District Meats. I had actually called them earlier in the week to say, do you have veal marrow bones? Because that was something I read in an interview with the chef at St. John. That was like one of the secrets, is that they're not beef bones, they're veal bones, which if you have a problem with that, I'm sorry. This probably ain't your channel. If you get real offended about food, I ain't for you. I'm gonna start with this one because this is like the traditional St. John looking veal bone. All you have to do is just put it in at 450 for 20 minutes. I looked at pictures from when they've made this in the restaurant. They put absolutely no seasoning on it. So that's that. So don't come for me for not seasoning in my bone. And honestly, what am I gonna do? Get the seasoning in the bone? No. Tuck that in the oven here. While the bones are roasting, there's a parsley salad. So it's served with, so there's the bones, and then you get pieces of sourdough, and then you get a parsley salad, and then they have this like really awesome sea salt that they pair it with. So that's what it all comes out with. We're gonna prepare the parsley salad. I have destemmed all of the parsley here. I chopped it up a bit. I still wanted it to like, I didn't want to mince it. I still wanted it to be like small enough little leaves, because what you're gonna end up doing with this is we're going to spread the marrow on the sourdough, spread the salad on it, put the salt on top. So I have the parsley ready. I want to do this before I add next thing. The dressing that goes on this is just lemon juice and olive oil. So I have the juice of 2 lemons. So I'm just gonna pour some of that on here until I feel like there's enough. Actually, I think I'm gonna end up use the whole thing. Just some olive oil, not a ton, just a drizzle. That's probably enough. So I want to massage the parsley, because I feel like when you massage the leaves of any salad with the dressing, it just kind of tenderizes it and makes it taste really good. Do a little parsley massage. Good parsley, deserve a massage. It smells so fresh. And that's why it pairs really nicely with the bone marrow, because it needs something to like lighten it up. That's why I thought this drink would be good too, because the marrow itself is pretty heavy. It's fat. So you want to cut it with stuff that's like really light and zesty. Lift it up. Next thing we're gonna add into this, now that that's all massaged, is some shallots. So if you've never had a shallot is basically like a milder but more flavorful red onion. So I have 2 shallots, diced it up pretty finely, so it's a nice little bite. Throw those in here. I'm gonna mix it up. That's actually a really good blend here. And the colors are really pretty because it's like a purple and a green. Love that. And then there is just one final ingredient to this salad, and that is capers. So capers are little salty blasts of happiness. If you've never had a caper, they're about the size of a pea, but they're pickled. So they're salty and briny and delicious. Yeah, it's just like a little salty blast. I've never had a caper, that's what it looks like. Little green teaspoons of salt. The chef who made this recipe originally said that you don't want to overdo it with the capers because you just want like little flavor bombs throughout your salad. He actually compared it to the raisins in Raisin Bran. That's what he compared it to. You get Raisin Bran and you don't want it to just all be raisins, because like then you would just eat raisins with milk. But you do like to get the occasional raisin for that like blast of sweetness. So that's basically what these capers are doing, but with salt. This looks awesome, it smells awesome. And I think it's gonna pair really well with the marrow. The next thing we need to do is get the bread ready. So I'd gone to Strip District Meats for the bones, and then for the sourdough, there is a new bakery in the Strip as well, Pane Pronto. Got this, it looks awesome. It was warm when I picked it up this morning. I was like, is that not beautiful? Something about bread. We got a nice slice. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw this in the oven with the bone while it goes, and I'm gonna check on it. That looks so good. Okay, so we have about 5 minutes left on the recipe. So I figured I would start getting our dinner pairing cocktail ready. But before I do that, I want to report to all of you that I am feeling flush. I'm not hot. It's not just because I'm standing by an oven. Like, my face feels flush. Just saying. Just saying. For our dinner cocktail pairing, I'm going to make, it's gonna be the Social Elixir on the rocks. The bone marrow is so complex, so flavorful. I didn't want a cocktail that was like too much. I wanted to keep it simple, and I wanted it to do the job that I had originally thought of for it. So I wanted it to like cut the fat. I wanted it to lift it up. I wanted it to just kind of play its role. Got our rocks glass. Got our giant ice cube tray. Like, my head's pretty big and that's comparison. Put that in. Like I said, we're keeping this pretty simple. You pour 4 ounces over rice. I can hear the bone sizzling. Get a little orange peel. Express and then, you know, caress it. Put it in. I am gonna give this a try before we get our food out. That tastes like something, and I can't put my finger on it. V8 Fusion. That's what it tastes like. Blueberry acai one. I think it only tastes like that because it has the orange in it too, but that's even like the mouthfeel you get. It's really good. Okay, let's check our bone here. I think she's done. Okay. First things first, get our sourdough and then our beautiful bone. Hello, my sweet. Look at you. I am so impressed with myself. So it's done. It took less than 20 minutes. I heard it sizzling and shaking and popping, so I took it out early. Take a look at that. Look at that bone. So we have our bone, we have our salad, we have our sourdough, and then I put some Maldon salt. So I'm going to get to work digging this out to put it on the bread. Ooh, ooh, she hot, she hot. So all I'm doing is digging my knife in here. Use my trusty Johnny Cupcakes mitt here. Maybe that'll help me. But I'm gonna try to dig this out as best I can. I want to spread it on our bread. Then you take your salad and put it on top. Spread it out. Oh good, this came out kind of how I wanted it. So it's like spreading over the top. And then take your salt and sprinkle it on top. So we got our pretty bread here. All right, let's give it a try. Oh my god. Holy crap. Now I want to see how it pairs with this. That's nice. It almost like cleanses your palate. So that every time, now I'm gonna take like another bite, it's gonna be like my first bite all over again. If the thought of bone marrow freaks you out, grow up. It's literally just fat. Double fisting happiness. Honestly, if you have some pretty bougie friends and you want to impress them, go get a bunch of veal bones, marrow bones. What's a meal without a little dessert? You know, I finished up that slice. It was so good. So good. Finish out the pairing here today, the meal here today. We're gonna finish with a little dessert cocktail. And who doesn't love an awesome espresso martini? I have a really big martini glass, so I'm actually going to make a double size one. So update on how I feel. So this is, I finished the second drink and I'm feeling, I was just walking like around my kitchen and I was like, feeling of like, whoa, we're having some fun here today. I even feel like I'm like, But anyways, that's only after 2 drinks. So now we're gonna have the 3rd drink and it's really gonna be like 4 and it's gonna be great. I have my shaker, it has ice. We're gonna supposed to do 2 ounces of the Social Elixir. That's for a normal size pairing. So I'm gonna do a double. So we're gonna do 4 ounces. you add in an ounce of strong coffee. The coffee that I am pairing with this is Bones Coffee. It is their chocolate orange. Thought that the orange would be really good. So you normally do an ounce. I'm gonna do 2. You do just like a drop of maple syrup. I feel a little unsteady right now. Okay, there we go. Just a little glug. We shake it till it's ice. All right, so maybe the drink's working more than we thought. Let's try it. We got our glass. We're going to strain this, whatever's left of it. We're going to strain into our martini glass. The color is pretty. Thank God I made a double. We only ended up with a single in the end. That was the mocktail gods being like, you think you need a double with how you already feel? Oh, and it's nice. It has the little foam on top. We're gonna garnish this with coffee beans. Cheers. It does look really pretty. Oh my God, that's so good. This makes my heart so happy. So it's so funny because when we first made this, it tasted very fruity, but now it tastes like coffee. What? So remember, if you want to try this, I am an affiliate. There is a link below. I will get a commission. Hope you guys enjoyed today. I keep trying new things. This definitely does make you feel chipsy, because I'm feeling great. If you've watched this far and you saw the hot mess that the rest of this video was, it's just like in a fun way. Like, I just feel goofy. I feel silly. I feel like I want to dance around my house, just have fun and have a great rest of my day. You just feel giddy. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, no hangover. I'm gonna feel friggin' awesome tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this, please like it. Please leave me a comment like I said earlier. Tell me where you want to go with your taste buds. Or if there's any drinks you want to try, I will find a food pairing. Or if there's any foods you want to just have again, I will find the recipe and a food pairing. Please subscribe. I put out a new video every Sunday. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your weekend. Bye!